Behind us, the Delta variant proves the pandemic is still going strong and can unexpectedly impact finances. Always a good idea to start planning ahead. And Ernie Burns from Burns Estate Planning joins us with some tips on how to prepare just in case. Ernie, good morning. I guess the lesson of COVID was that, it's important to have, if you can, an emergency fund.
Absolutely. Well, there are several reasons to have an emergency fund. Here are a few important reasons, because this Delta variant could actually spread. In other words, it can mutate like the flu. So therefore, you want to make sure you have that emergency fund up. And here's 4 big reasons why. One is because the fact is that it's a 2-parent family, 2-income family now, in a sense. That 2-income family needs to save up now that America is getting back to work. And you need 3 to 6 months because of the factors that this can happen again. And that 3 to 6 months of income is important. Second reason, if someone in your family comes down with COVID, the emergency fund is going to become very useful in that sense that you might need to be home for 2 to 3 weeks, or more, God forbid, and therefore you need to have that income for that emergency fund at that time to replace that income loss. The third reason is, let's not forget about the little ones. Kids are going back to school now, and as these kids go back to school, that Delta variant, as more contagious, these kids are coming down with COVID now. So therefore, you make sure that you're at home to properly take care of those children now. And that could be, you could be out of work for 2 to 3 weeks again there. And then the fourth reason, and the last one, so let's not forget about those widowed parents. Even though most of the senior citizens are vaccinated by large, they're still coming down with COVID in the sense of if they have apparent health conditions that can cause issues. And if they're home, since they're widowed, you might need to be home with your parents and assisting them in their situations to get healthy again. So 4 big reasons right there that you need to make sure that you have some type of savings, some type of investments put aside now that America's trying to get back to work. So if this happens again, you're prepared.
We have heard for years about, people don't have $400. Those polls that, if they had a car emergency or something. So, how many people had 3 to 6 months of an emergency fund before this thing started?
Not a lot because of what's happened over the last year. Now, however, the caveat to that is we've had over $10 trillion thrown into the economy. So there's a lot. One reason why the market's doing so well is people putting money back into the market. And people are getting back to work. And those stimulus checks really helped out a lot of people through those years. So as I've done these interviews the last couple of years here with Fox, people have some savings built up. Maybe not 6 months, but in the same instance, if they're both getting back to work, they are starting to save a little bit. They have that discretionary income, and that's one reason why the economy is booming. So out of the S&P 500, over 85% of the companies surpass their second quarter earnings. So people are spending money. People do have some extra money right now. They need to put a little bit to the side in that emergency fund just in case something happens to themselves or a member of their family.
Definitely good advice, and certainly a lesson about the resiliency, too, of corporations, as you were saying. Ernie Burns, thanks as always, Ernie.
Thank you. Have a good day.